There is no other way APC will win any election except through rigging, because they have nothing to campaign with. If there is, somebody should tell me. So I don't need to be told. Even Tinubu is not preparing to win election. He's preparing to rig. And that's why he's putting all these structures in place.
Which structure?
Yes, like appointing APC stalwarts as rec personnel in all the states. Is it not in the electoral law that they say people of such positions should not be a member of any political party?
Do you have information that any rec member is of the APC?
Are you not here when it happened in Edo? Some political party protested. At the end of the day, APC and Tinubu had their way.
Well, that's in one state.
No. Go and check. Go and check. Go and check all the states. Go and check all the states, especially the South. Why do you think Tinubu will make such a mistake? By appointing a non-APC member to where they are going to? Is the man that will announce the results in all the states?
No, Barrister Darlington, the APC chairman also made a statement. After the station of after El-Rufai and the Abubakar visited former President Buhari. Ganduje told Nigerians that whatever permutation, a merger or a coalition or a team up of political parties they're having for the 2027 election is not going to yield any fruit, given the fact that APC have what it takes to play and make sure that they still retain the power after that 2027 election.
Look, you see, I wanted him to tell me that APC has done so well. It will be difficult for any other political party.
We're looking at the Northerner and another Northerner again saying something different. Won't that be a coalition now?
Hold on. Leave the Northern thing alone. After all the Northern people, they are not in the same political party. We are now trying to interrogate this rigging thing. Tell me, what does APC have on the table today that will convince me and you to vote for them? No.
Barrister.
So,
sorry, please. Sorry to interrupt you. In the 2023 election, President Tinubu came off with over 8 million votes. Now you are alluding to the fact that most of it were rigged votes. That's what you're alluding. You're alluding to the fact that most of it were rigged votes.
That was 2023. We are talking about a coming election, no?
I'm talking about 2023.
It's laying the premise.
Talking about 2023.
Good. Based on the revelations later, I mean, are you trying to doubt me or what?
8 million.
You heard what Wike did.
8 million.
Hold
That's a lot
on,
of votes to rig.
Wait, you saw what Wike did in River State.
Yes, the PDP still won.
And you saw the glitch, according to INEC, that happened on presidential election alone. Is that not suspicious enough? A presidential election, that was where you had a glitch. And you see them using Barrow and eraser to be cancelling and erasing things.
Okay, now let's talk about the opponent of Rex, something you alluded to not too long ago, a few minutes back.
Yes.
What does INEC guidelines and regulations say about Rex being partisan? And why can that be upheld?
You are asking a question again. Has the Tinubu
I'm here for the question.
Good. I'm telling you now, has the Tinubu upheld anything? Even court judgment, has he obeyed it? You are asking me.
So what then is the place of the Nigerian
we are telling you now why he is not prepared to win election. We are telling you how he is preparing the ground for rigging. That's just the simple truth. And because the power is in his hand, he's using it anyhow. Is that not why everybody is complaining, including his own party members?
Barrister, I would like for you to touch on the fact that no region can produce the presidency without the support of the North. How true is that statement?
You know, over the years, that's why it is said in my play that Aroba for Yago. Now, it's that when evil has been allowed to fester for too long, it becomes a tradition. Over the years, the North has this mentality that they are more in number, and you and I have accepted it. That's why every time they will run to North as a political maker. You saw all of them going to Buhari the other time. They believe that they have the numerical whatever. But to go and check, many of these people are not Nigerians. During the election, they will troop in from Nigeria.
Barrister, with what is happening in the Middle Belt, do you think that the North is still one?
They are not one. They can't be one. They can't be one. They are not one. That's why they are bringing in foreigners now to take over from these people they are dislodging in Benue and Plateau. They are not one. Go and check. That's why they know themselves, they know. So this man is saying, I told you, I don't believe them. They are working towards something. These people that have taken over Benue and Plateau, where are they from? The North is not talking about it at all. That is because they are working towards something. You know that Tinubu want to conduct the census. And these foreigners will be counted as Nigerians from the North.
Barrister, we need you to give us a concluding thought.
Sorry?
We are pressed for time, so we need your concluding thoughts. As you also react to a way we're going to move away from the old loyalists and political pressure that have actually indulged themselves in self-serving.
Pina, look. At my age and level of understanding, I think our past being deceived. They have deceived Nigerians, and when we are shouting, they won't listen to us. So this time around, if you are talking, let me see what you are saying. Let me see you do it before I will listen to you. We are tired of being deceived. Look at all the things they've been talking over the years now, from 2015 up till now. Is it not deceit? And we are still here. So when they come again to tell you, we are not going to, so that they will bring their own candidate to take over from Tinubu, and then they will bounce back.
All right, Barrister.
I will not.
Thank you so much. Barrister Ijofe Umebogu, please, let's get a concluding thought.
All right, let me conclude this way, that these folks, these our political folks that are coming up now to make some noise, should not be listened to. Nigerians shouldn't listen to them, from Tunde Bakari to Hakim Baba Ahmed to El-Rufai. I got from a grapevine that in 2014, when they formed APC, Buhari was meant to contest for president, and then Tinubu will be the leader of the party. Now, after Buhari will hand over to Tinubu. Tinubu becomes the president, and then El-Rufai will become the leader of the party.
Exactly.
And also the president in waiting. So that after the South, 8 years of Tinubu, the power will go to the North, and then it will be the turn of El-Rufai. El-Rufai will become the president. That was how they structured it. But Tinubu has, gone against that their evil covenant. Now they are angry. They are now agitated. You see why we should not listen to them?
Right.
You see why we should not giving them listening ears or helping them to broadcast their badass?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All for selfish interest. Nigerians should understand it.
Thank
that
you
these
so
people
much,
are coming out now to gang up for their own selfish interest.
Thank you so much for your line of thoughts. We are pressed for time.
None of them is for the interest of this country.
Thank you, Barrister. We have to go over to the next topic of conversation where we have a
My brother, I don't expect anything from him because there is nothing he can do
So
for anybody.
why are people asking him to come back home?
When he comes back or he doesn't come back, it is the same 1 and 10 pence. It is the same thing. What will he come to do? Is President Tinubu in charge? He can defend us.
I'm sorry, you just said something. Sorry, Barrister, you said something. You said, is President Tinubu in charge? Who is in charge if the president is not in charge? We're talking about the Nigerian president.
Yes, he is not in charge.
So who is in charge, sir?
In Nigeria, nobody is even in charge. This country is just floating. And this country has been analyzed, even in London's level economists, as a floating. We're just floating. Nobody is in charge. So when I say that Tinubu is not in charge, it is correct. He is not in charge.
You are running on autopilot. Is that what you're saying, Barrister?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are just in autopilot.
Let's bring it to the studio.
And because we are just existing, that is the more reason why everybody should take up arms and defend himself and his family.
Disagree with you, because in Nigeria we have an elected president, we have elected governors, we have the National Assembly also there, we have the House of Representatives, we also have local government, and we have the people there. So persons will tell you, no, Nigeria have their leaders, we are not running on autopilot. Now to you, Barrister Darlington Agomo. At what point is it then that we'll know that Nigeria is already in a state of chaos or anarchy? Given the fact that the Jigawa State Governor Umar Namadi come up to say that this is not yet time for Nigerians to move into self-defense. The likes of Samuel Otom asked a question some time ago. Since we know the problem we're having in Nigeria is insecurity, what then is stopping the government from squashing it?
You see, Fina, the person that is wearing the shoe knows where is it. The man that is speaking from Jigawa, it is because he's not affected. If these terrorists have come to wipe out his people or his village and sack him, I think he will be speaking a different issue. So all those statements they are making, I don't buy it, because you and I know the people that are bearing the brunt. Mostly Christians from Plateau and Benue. Mostly. If there is a collateral damage, it's not as if they were the targets. And this thing has been going on for more than 15 years now. And then somebody from the north is telling now you should not defend yourself. So the people that are killing, did they say anything about them? The answer is no. So those people should continue to kill while you now become a sitting duck for them. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how people theorize things?
So what do you think? How do you react to the move by Khan yesterday when they went to the streets of Jos protesting the incessant killings? Is that do you think that will draw attention, the necessary attention?
It is a useless effort, as far as I'm concerned. The people that are killing them, did they go on street protest before? No, did they announce?
So what do you expect Khan to do then?
If we have a Khan that is active, they should have done something before now. arm your people because the government have told you to do that.
The Christian Association of Nigeria.
Yes. Yes. Now, I do know there are people that are being wiped out here. All these ones that are dead now, will they come back? We are just talking grammar. We are just protesting. Are you telling me that this killing will stop? With what happened?
Don't you think that if Nigerians are armed, we would take it out? I mean, things will get even out of hand, and people can start killing each other in traffic. Don't you think things can get that bad?
How can you kill somebody? You go and face the law. If you misuse the arms, you face the law.
The people that are misusing the arms now, are they facing the law? Has anybody been brought to book?
That's what I'm telling you. That arm is for you to defend yourself from terrorists who came to attack you. That's what it's meant for.
But we kidnapping going on. How do you determine which one is a terrorist attack?
Like when they come to your village like this, like they have been doing in Plateau and Benue, you will know that this one.
Those that should be armed then should be those within the rural communities.
Because that's where they operate.
Okay.
That's where they operate. It must be deployed in case of what? Terrorist attack. That's when it will be deployed.
Who should deploy it?
Should government sell arms at affordable
prices?
Yeah?
Should government sell arms to people then?
No,
or should
hold on. The terrorists that are attacking the people, where did they get their arms? Was the government that gave it to them? If government gave it to them, the same government should arm the attacking.
But that's the government is for the people now. Government, the role of government is to take care of the people. What? So if individuals Barrister,
in 2016,
if individuals that are in power, if individuals within the corridors of power are saying Nigerians protect yourselves, that's like, should the government or should these individuals now propel the government to give Nigerians the arms and procure the arms?
Okay, let me answer you. In 2016, when Buhari came into office, he came in 2015. 2016, he included 940 million in our national budget. And he said this is to fund the Fulani herdsmen and their business. All of us cried out, including me. I was all over the place saying this is wrong. This is a danger coming. Why would you do this? It has never happened in the history of this country. They say it is to stop farmer header clash because that's what they call it. But I know it's not a clash of any kind. They said they will use it to build ranches for headers so that they will not be trespassing or encroaching in people's farmland. We said, okay, if that will solve the problem, okay, no problem. No problem. Bosses and Okoro and Fina, please, since that 2016 till now, till Buhari left office, did you see one particular place where they built any ranch for any header? Did you see anyone? Rather, at the end of that 2016, that's when we saw guns all over the place. They started carrying guns. And you say, how did these people acquire? People now went to town to price that. One of them.
Are you aware that
how did they get money to buy it?
Certain organizations that are engaged in foreign aids have been bringing weapons into troubled regions in Nigeria to foster some sort of movement and encourage mining? Are you aware of that allegation?
How come these foreigners, the gun they brought, they gave it to a particular people? How come? Why didn't they go around? If they are true, if truly they want to go through that route, why is it that they gave it to a particular people? And because if the government is aware, what is the government? Why are they looking the other side?
Okay, so thank you very much.
They should have stopped it now. That's what government is all about.
Your thoughts on the program, we really appreciate your take. Thanks also to Barrister AJ.
That is a plain truth. Tinubu, APC, Tinubu is not preparing to win election, but preparing to rig election. That is a plain truth. Because Tinubu himself knows that he's not going to win election by voting. In 2023, he did not win the election. But the problem here is, I am not sure if he will be able to get away, do the same thing and get away with it in 2027. That is the thing. And that is the area of focus now. That every parties that are going into coalitions to remove Tinubu in office, that is the area they need to focus on. Do you understand? That is the area, because they already know, everybody knows that free and fair election is far from Nigeria election. So if you are going into election in 2027 with what happened in 2023, you still overlook or rely on INEC beavers, or they introduce another way of conducting election, you still rely that INEC is going to declare the winner. INEC is going to conduct free and fair elections, or the polling units going to declare free and fair elections on that day, so that the rightful winner will be given the mandate. You are wasting your time. For you to go contest election with Tinubu in 2027, these two things, you must note these two things. Number one, Tinubu is not going to win election. He's going to rig election. That's number one. Number two, if they rigged you out, you must ready to fight for it. Not through the court, you know. Through the court is not going to work. But better still, all everybody should be saying now is electoral reform. Electoral reform. If they can pass that into law, electoral reform before 2027, make it mandatory that election, if there is any form of irregularities, it does not pass through free and fair election, they rig the election, then that election will be cancelled. It will be annulled. It will be cancelled the election. They will declare re-election, rerun the election. So that is the only way. If they cannot pass this into law, if electoral reform to make sure that we have free and fair election, if Tinubu try to rig they cancel the election, it will not work. Then secondly is if it happens, everybody go jump on the streets. That National Assembly, anywhere, the day of the sworn in, there's no even reason to take the matter to the court. No, this one, because Tinubu, Wike, Akpabio, they controls the court as we speak now. So there's no reason for any opposition, any other party who will be contesting with Tinubu to take the matter to the court to say they rigged the election. No, our court can never upturn that election to give you. They will still tell you there are some irregular, you are not able to prove you are not able to prove it. You need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. What more do you, no, in Nigeria court, no, as it is now, no. We saw what happened in Edo State now. So you must ready to fight with everything, not leave court out of this. On that day, you mobilize, say a lie. You win this election, we could all see, everybody could see, the whole world could see. We not leave court. Tinubu does not obey rule of law already. He has broken all the law. So for you to win 2027 election, every party going into coalition or contesting with Tinubu, you are ready to break the laws. Yes, all the law will be broken for you to take Tinubu out of office. That is the only way. Otherwise, you rely on beavers, you rely on free and fairs. Then after you want to take the matter to the court, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And if anybody knows all the coalitions you guys are forming, if you know now is what you are going to do, take the matter to the court. You better do not come for this election, because I've been saying this, it's going to be bad boost. If you are not ready to fight it to the last card, to make sure, don't just come, don't go and waste your money, because the result has been written down as we speak now. So they are only coming to read the result written down for us already. Do you understand? So for you to go contest with these people, you must be serious and be smart and know what to do. At least what happened in 2023, if you have not opened your eyes before, it has opened your eyes to know that it will not work, it will not happen. There's no way. I did not see any sensible, reasonable human being when it comes to election 2023 who will not go and cast his or her vote for APC. If you are not APC members, you are not working for them. Even if they give you money, you have right. Collect the money and deceive them. They have been deceiving us. Truth being told, that is it. Otherwise, there's no election. Please share this video and please subscribe to this YouTube channel.